Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's messages of love from above. I hope you have had an amazing weekend. And I can't believe it's already here Sunday morning, Sunday evening for those of you on the other side of the world. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm excited to see what comes in today. Let me go ahead and get my desktop all set up here real quick before I start blabbing. And we'll get into the readings. All right, let's shrink that down there, move the chat over here, and we will get going here. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. How everything works is listed in the description box of the video. I do go down in order, first come, first serve, for the readings, the free readings, and if anyone makes a donation, I do step outside of the readings, the free readings, to honor that energy exchange. I dive deeper into those as well, and then I return back to the free readings. But before we get into all of that, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I definitely welcome that. You know, when one of us sends unconditional love energy out to the world, it counteracts like a million people that are experiencing lower vibrational energy. So it helps our whole collective of our energy of the planet. And then, of course, if more than one of us do it, it adds on. But when we do it together, it multiplies. So whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and send this love out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Let everything else go out there. And then as I hit the singing bowl, we can just let that unconditional love energy fill up our own heart and then flood out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just feel the energy. It's beautiful. I will be using today the Light Sears Tarot. If you're interested, you can see what the box looks like there, wherever you procure your cards. I have tons and I love them all. They're all my children. All right. And a big thank you to Heart Sense. Thank you for your donation. I am blown away. That's my human needs to learn to accept gifts. So thank you so much for your donation and a big love to you. All right. Also just wanted to not go into a whole lot of extra stuff, but I do want to thank everyone for helping me reach 2,000 plus subscribers. Of course, can't do it without you. And so here is a link to the giveaway that I have going on. I'll be giving away on, I can't believe it's only 11 days away, February 29th, a leap year day, our extra day of the year this year. So be sure to check that out. And because depending on how many people enter is how many free readings I will draw. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, I think that's it for right now. Oh, well, I do want to, well, I didn't grab the, here, we'll do the, we have a new podcast episode that came out today. It's episode 2, but I forgot to grab that. So what we will do here is here's the playlist for From Chaos to Cozy, and you can see if you haven't listened to the introduction or episode 1, you can do that too. But we have a new episode today called The Shadow. Wah, wah, wah. All right. So let's get going here. A big shout out to my YouTube channel members. We've got Johanna Urison. Hello, hello. You will be up first for your donation. And then Kritika Malhotra. Hello, hello. You were one of the winners of my Zen Cricket. And for anyone that's interested, I do have YouTube channel memberships at a Zen Cricket level, which is $2.99 a month, and Praying Mantis, which is $7.99 a month. And there's links in the description box if you want to see what's included in that. But I mention it because each month YouTube gives me 10 free Zen Cricket, like a month membership, where you can give it a try for a month for free. And all you have to do to be eligible, though, you have to go into your settings. If you click on that little dollar sign, there'll be like YouTube channel membership option. You click into that. There's like a little menu where you do the YouTube membership giveaway options or something like that. And or something, I think it's something like that, free memberships or something. You click on it and there's this little switch. You just have to switch it from off to on. And then on the first Saturday of the month, in the morning I give 5 away, in the evening I give 5 away. And YouTube determines it, and Spirit, of course, but they are the ones that have an algorithm that chooses who they usually it's top fans, people who watch a lot, comment a lot, interact a lot on the channel, but they're the ones that determine it. So, and there's 10 free a month. So I always want to make sure you guys are aware of the free stuff for sure, right? Yay, the shadow. All right, so let's get into it. Let me just move some stuff out of the way here. All right, put that down here. All right, here we go. So, Johanna, hello, hello. Let's give your donation some love and a like there since it lets me do that. And thank you so much for your donations and your steady donations. You donate a lot. So, thank you so much. And your question is, do you have a counterpart? If yes, have you met them already? All right, good question. Every lifetime is different. Sometimes we have faded individuals, you know, faded like relationships. Sometimes the standard package that we choose to come down here doesn't have a faded relationship. It's an optional one. So we'll take a look here and see if you have a faded one here. With the Chariot card on the bottom, the Power of Choice card coming in here, this is not that there is not a faded one. You get to choose, though. So I like that, that there it is up to you. And we do. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So again, this energy of you taking care of you, and you get to choose. You get to choose what you plant and what harvest comes too. And also, you got the Strength card, which is your human and your higher self being a big, and you even have the little heart medallion around the neck there, showing that self-love is the journey for all of us. But the mirrors that we encounter, we have faded, mirrors that we want to see to show, and that they will show us what we want to see about ourselves. But there's also the opportunity of going, you know what? I want to enter into a long-term relationship, and that's up to us. So let's take a look here and see what opportunity is coming this way. Yeah. And you do have this Four of Swords is peace of mind. And, you've got this Page of Cups, which is higher love and, an expansive love. And so there is an opportunity here for new love, but it's very peaceful. I like this nesting, this homeness. I like, it feels very much like it's almost like the kind of this when you least expect it, and you're living your life, you're living your passion, you're doing what you love, that's where you meet them along this way here. Because I see here with like this 3 of Cups, has here, this is about um, it's joy celebration, but it's also your tribe, and it's like finding your tribe. And with the Six of Pentacles, this giving and receiving that's coming in here. So I feel like we've got this, this energy here of, um, learning through a lot of your tribe and this best friend group that you have about learning to receive, learning to give and receive. And a lot of your lessons around self-love, I feel, come through group of friends and interactions. Not so much. It's like the design is that you wanted to learn this time through groups, which could be family, but I feel like it's more chosen tribe, and it's the groups that you have chosen to learn through um, as your fated events. And again, this above and beyond extra. Um, Relationship that you can get into. I just feel like there's a choice here that comes in here too. So when you ask, I don't feel like you've met them yet. Um, like the ones that can end up being long term. I feel like that there's been or there will be a variety that come in here with the Seven of Cups, and it's like you're going, hmm. So which one do I want? And I feel like that's the kind of energy that comes in here for you. So I really like that for you, Johanna, because it's like, yeah, there's no pressure of, I've got to make it work with someone. You're like, it's my power of choice in this lifetime. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you right now. Oh yeah. Oh no, you give so much. So every amount is always the perfect amount. So I appreciate that. Hey, Ms. Rec, that was Johanna, my first donation. All right. And so thank you so much, and always good to see you here. All right. And then love 1234. I got your donations through the Z PayPal. So you'll be up next here. And thank you for your donation. Let me just give these a shuffle here. And what we got going on here. All right. So you got three questions. The first one. All right. So we'll take a look here. Of course, disclaimer around health. As always, check out the description box of the video. And then number two is their energy towards you. So we'll take a look here. All right. And then number three. All right. And so are they going to help you here? All right. So let's take a look and see what we got going on here. So for your first one here, I know, right? A variety, Johanna. You're like, there's like determining what you want to learn through those relationships, right? All right. So I feel like you're fine here. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the Seven of Wands, which you have this bubble of protection around you. It's funny that there are all these staves and you're protected from all of that stuff. How perfect. And the Ace of Swords, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective and um, knowledge and education. So I like that. It's like awareness is an important thing, but I feel like you're protected with this bubble. So I like that. So that's number one for you. So it feels like everything is good. It's just you're learning knowledge and good information about things too during your appointment. So I like that. And then number two is this individual's energy towards you. And let's see what we got here. We've got some interesting energies here because you've got some energy of patience and timing and transformation with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Pentacles. You got five cards for this one. Two of them are patience. You know, Hanged Man is kind of a transformation and I feel like they are going through some things here because they've also got the Four of Swords and the Page of Swords, which is about a changing of uh, like their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, a different way of looking at things, right? Peace of mind, but it's movement, it's balance, it's mental stability. But with that page, I do feel like there is transformation and clarity that they're gaining in the relationship. And even the sun card, bright, bright light. There's like a lot of light being shined, and of course, Leo energy. Um, they think of you as this bright light in dark times, but you also shine bright light into areas of life. I feel like maybe this is your do you feel like that sometimes is your life purpose is to shine light on people's lives and make them go, "Whoa, what are you looking in there for?" Because you just shine so bright and you're just aware. You're like, "Well, what's that?" And they're like, "What do you mean, what's what? That's don't shine a light over there." And but I like this energy. I mean, I feel like it's but they're just intimidated, and you're not intimidating, but they are just like, oh wait, it's kind of this like, whoa, whoa. The more they get to know you, the more they're like, wow, you're so much more than I thought, and it scares them because I feel like they don't like, of course, feeling low, and someone like them thinking someone's higher than them, and so it makes them uncomfortable, and that's where the intimidation comes in, is like, wow, you got the spark, you've got the drive, you got the ambition, you got the intelligence, you have all this stuff, and they're just kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't know if I like this, right? So that's what's coming in for that one for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that makes sense. And then your third question is if that person will help you with your career. Let's see what we have here. All right. It does feel like here, um, with this Page of Cups and the Four of Cups, that they will give you a leg up because you can even see here. It's almost like this is what I heard when I saw this, a leg up. They're giving you this and this would be your dream. This is like the cups of the outside world, which are like "Bleh, boring. Can see how bored she is with all of that. And the Ace of Cups is helping someone step up and live their dream. I mean, because there's the cup up here. So I like that. And they also here um help you understand things here with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Swords. They are a good mirror for you. They do show you things and reflect things to you for your good, allowing you to see what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets blind you, make you feel trapped, restrict you. And the Knight of Swords, I almost feel like they help you choosing education if you need education. With a career in that, if that's what you're wanting to do, I feel like they give you good guidance on it and help you. Um, well, this Knight of Swords is like helping you on your quest for your higher education. So, in some way, they either guide you, give you guidance, like a guidance counselor, or like, this is what I recommend, and they just give you a lot of great information that helps. So, very positive there for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I like that for you. And that is what they have for you right now. Again, thank you so much for your donation there. Just put the cards back in here throughout the deck. I'll give these a good shuffle. I think that's it for my donations for right now. So we will jump to the top. And if anyone does want their reading prioritized, a donation of any amount does bring it to the forefront. But we will scroll to the top and we will start with Starfall. Hey, Starfall. And you'd like a general for the rest of February. Let's take a look here. I can't believe we're like 11 days away already for the end of February. I know I talk a lot about time flying by, but it's true. If your parents ever told you when you get older, time goes faster and faster, they're not kidding. I don't know what's happening. It's like someone sat on the remote and it's happening fast here. All right. Wow, you got two eights coming in here, and you got the major arcana eight with the strength card, and the Eight of Swords. So a lot of clarity that's coming in here for you. Higher self connections with the Strength card. It's, this combo between yourself, your human self, and your maiden self. And the Eight of Swords is looking into that mirror and seeing what of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have kept you feeling restricted and blinded and bound. And I like this, drawing of your higher self too during this time because it feels like you're getting some good clarity about what is it that you want to do. It's like what's my life purpose? What do I want to head off and do? And I feel like you're getting clarity and you're becoming aware of some things that used to hold you back, like, "Oh, I don't know," it's just like just with Love 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like, "Well, I'm gonna go to law school maybe," "But gosh, I don't know if I could do that, and da 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 da." But your passion, if it's for law and you just have this draw to it, you're like, now I feel like you're realizing, "Yeah, what's stopping me?" I'm not gonna I've waited 2 years or 4 years, and now I'm like, "You know what? I'm not gonna wait anymore. Now's the perfect time. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do this." And I feel like this is the kind of clarity that's coming into your life, the remaining couple weeks here, because March is like a marching drum, in this energy that I'm feeling for the collective that we wanna move forward, put things into action. February seemed like a reflective, planning, aha stage, and March is when we all like get our marching orders from ourselves about what we want to do and where we want to head forward. So I feel like this is what's coming in here for you. Some great clarity on what you're going to take action in March. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Right, Danielle? It's like zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. Many blessings to you. And then Minaheel, hello, hello. Almighty Leo, let's take a look here and see whatever comes out for you. Well, 3 cards came flying out. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yeah. And this is like what I was just kind of talking about too. You've got this Ace of Wands, which is a new passion, a new drive, a new inspiration to move forward. You got the Knight of Swords and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is leaving behind thinking that no longer resonates and is helpful for you. It gave you the experiences you wanted, but you are dumping away thoughts and beliefs and movement forward. Knight of Swords, movement forward. This quest to see things from a higher perspective could be even heading into education too. You're definitely learning and seeing things from a higher perspective and clearing away fears that used to hold you back. And there's this movement. Six of Swords and then the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Actually, all 3 of them are really action oriented cards. And I feel like they're telling you it's time to get clear about what you're wanting, specifically not going, well, let's see what happens. It's like, what do you want? You're not like a passenger in your life, and God and spirit or creator, whoever you believe your higher power is driving. It's like, no, you're in the driver's seat. They're passengers and in the back seat, and they're going, where do you want to go? And you're like, I don't know, where do you want to go? Because you don't want to choose the wrong way, right? But they're like, there is no wrong way. We're along for the ride. We're just love the adventure. Wherever you want to go, let's go. And you're like, but where do you want to go? And they're like, nope, up to you. And you're like, oh no, I hate this. But when you realize there's no wrong choice, and then you're like, well, what do I want? Not what everyone else has told me I'm supposed to want, but what do you want? Put action toward it, put plans around it, and start taking action toward it. That's what spirit has for you right now. So I like that for you, Minheel. It's a big action time for sure. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Cindy, for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. Appreciate that. And good morning to you. You want to know what are Christopher's feelings for you? Let's see what's going on inside Christopher's heart right now. Of course, that has a lot to do with them too. It's usually that's one of my favorite memes, very empowering one of Other people's opinions or feelings for us are none of our business because, it has so much to do with themselves. So Spirit likes to mention that just so that when we're going, how do they feel about me? Well, it depends on, are they in a bad mood? Are they feeling sick? Are they feeling good? Are they feeling in the moment? Are they distracted? How are they feeling about themselves? That's the filter through which they feel and see and experience life. So just be aware of that as we dive in here. So let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, nothing too scary here. We'll start off with that. So we got the 5 of swords. So they do have this confliction going on inside of them between their head and their heart. And whenever that comes up, we even got the strength card in here on the other side, which is their human and their higher self are battling things out in their life right now. And when that comes in, it's basically, that they're trying to figure things out in their life here. You got the Justice card, which with that Ace of Swords, they're trying to figure out what is their higher capital T truth, not all these opinions, not all of this fear-based beliefs that they've had imparted in them throughout their life, but what do they truly want? And so that's where this inner conflict is their higher self goes, this is where we want to draw you. This is what we would like for our life. But their humans like, no, I can't do that. Fear, fear, fear. And so they're figuring things out with a lot of that. And of course, the moon card here with a lot of hidden and unknown emotions below the surface coming in here. So they do have a ton of emotion for you, but it's like it's being, I don't know, kept below the surface. It's like if you ever have like a volleyball, if you ever play water volleyball and you have and they try to keep it under the ground, under the water, and eventually it you can't do it anymore. It comes flying out, and I kind of feel like that's what will happen here. They can't keep it done underneath there for very long because we have the Page of Cups, which is higher love, and then also the 10 of Pentacles, which is one of the relationship cards. So they definitely have all of this thoughts and beliefs about, wow, what a great, legacy that you guys could create together. They see the possibilities of fulfillment, higher love that are there. But boy, are they good at keeping it below the surface right now, right? But I feel like with all of this energy that's going on in between those cards, there is a lot of what they're reflection, and they are actively working through their conflict that they have going inside between their head and their heart. In the end, the heart always wins, and that's what's good to know. When it's the mind's fear of, "Oh, no," the heart, you always go off and get us in trouble and end up getting hurt. We're gonna keep you close. We're gonna keep you in a cage now, is what the brain tries to do when the heart continually experiences pain and suffering, as it says, throughout their earlier childhood, right? Especially 7 years old and younger is when a lot of the emotional stuff happens where then the mind, when it's created, creates all this cage. It's like systems and rules and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, so it doesn't experience pain anymore. And then it also creates things when it experiences pleasure. It has all these rules, and this is the deconstruction that's happening of these rules, and eventually the heart wears down the mind. And that's when that volleyball comes popping up from the surface here. So it's not too far away. I know they've been working on this, it seems, for a while, and you probably have been seeing little sparklings of inklings of things going, wait, was that just an emotion? And it's like, it's fleeting. It's like, what? It was like a mirage, but they're there and they are bubbling to the surface. It's like you experience a bubble, boop, and I think I just saw an air bubble hit the surface of their emotional heart. And it's like, yep, you're going to start to see them more often. and happen more here too. So I like all this for you. Feels very positive, especially the Ten of Pentacles is one of my huge relationship cards coming in. So a lot of good, energy there. So hopefully that helps for right now. and again, thank you so much for your donation. And yeah, usually I and I'm not obviously I'm not done yet. Usually, I have a like, well, if it's worth the wait. But for this, I'm just like, yeah, it's not too far off. It's not like it's unhealthy, like waiting, because I feel like in the meantime, while you're waiting, you're doing this inner work and doing this, you know, you're letting go of your fears, you're letting go of emotions and mindsets and things that don't serve you anymore either while you're waiting. You're not just in the waiting room going, "Where are they? Oh my God." You're taking advantage of this time too. So I like it. I like it for you. You are very welcome, Cindy, and thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right. So we are scrolling back to the top here. We had left off with Happy Pill. So, Happy Pill, whatever your guides want you to know. All right, let's take a look here. I feel like they're going, hoorah, hoorah. What are they cheering you on about here? All right. They're cheering you on for this new beginning that you're planning here. I love this for you. You got the full card, which is like a brand new adventure, free of a lot of expectations and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And with this Two of Wands, this is the period of time where you're planning and plotting about what do I want to do next. And I feel like there's planning, but I feel like you're also being not as not critical, but like restrictive is probably a better word because it just feels like you're not being like, oh, it has to be this, it has to be this, and a lot of shoulds and supposed tos and fears. I feel like the plans are exciting plans, joyful plans, not restrictive and conflicting plans. It's like, all right, you know what? The full card is the first card in the major arcana, following the world card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure. And it's like, all right, I'm tired of doing what I've done before. I've completed stuff, but now I want something different. I want something from my heart instead of checking off things in my mind. And I like this for you. It just feels like your guides are like, again, rah, 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 go, go, go. And they're really excited about where you're headed. And so I like this for you, but it's free of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, all that stuff that just sucks the wind out of the sail. It's about, all right, I know I want to head this direction and let's go. And I'm going to have fun, and I like this for you. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Happy Pill. They're just very supportive of this, very excited for this new beginning, this new direction that you want to head off to. So I like it for you, and many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Magician, you are up. You want to know the rest of this month? Sure, let's take a look here. So for the next 11 days, let's give these a shuffle here. Let me take a sip of my coffee here first. All right. One little shuffle here. All right, so the rest of this month for Magician. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right, yeah. Well, we do have here two major arcana. So there's a little bit of shaking up in here with the Tower card, which the Tower card is always about, things being moved out of our life for us to make space for things that are meant to come in and to clear our path to move forward. I like this because whatever this is that's being removed out of your life is allowing the Hierophant, which is your higher self, calling you to a higher place, showing you some capital T truths about who do you want to be? Who do you want to be with? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? All these higher ways of looking at things. And that's what this Tower card comes in. It gives you the opportunity to really sit back and go, what does my higher self want, my higher heart, my higher mind not the human one that's rooted in fears and everyone else telling us what we're supposed to do, right? Or who you're supposed to be and all that. Whatever this tower is, like remove something out of your life that is been in your life because you feel like you're supposed to have it in your life. It's what I'm supposed to do or who I'm supposed to be with, blah, 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 right? And it just feels um empty. It doesn't feel like toxic or anything. It just feels boring and bland, and this thing just gets moved out to where you're like, okay, now I'm gonna do it. It'd be like, and this isn't necessarily what it is, but it's like if you're in a job that you're just like, God, if I have to do this job one more day, I'm gonna hurt someone or myself. It's like, whoa. But because it gets moved out of your life, you then are like, wow, this is what I've wanted to do, and now's the time I'm gonna do it. That's the kind of energy that's coming in with this right now. So that's what they've got for you right now, Ms. Rec. I mean, not Ms. Rec, Magician. Ms. Rec is up next. I was just reading that. So that's what we got coming in there for you, Magician. I like it. Ready to create some new magic. All right. So many blessings to you. And then, Ms. Ragbain, now it is your reading, and you like a general reading. Absolutely. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? What advice do they have coming in here for you? All right. What is this all about? You got these cards here. Well, you got this joy and celebration and all this wonderfulness coming in here. You got 4 cards. Normally you get 2, but you get a little bonus. You've got the joy, celebration, you got passion and with the Ace of Wands and happiness and a lot of new emotion coming in here. All of this just feels like a joy and a celebration here. And the moon card is very different from all those, but I feel like the moon card is telling you when it all happens. I feel like this full moon we have in Virgo coming up here next week. I think it's even on Saturday. It's Friday or Saturday. Um, the pick a card that comes out on Wednesday is all about the Virgo full moon. So I feel like there's this joy and this celebration that happens this next Saturday. If you have something that you're invited to, definitely go. Let me just verify that date here for you because I don't want to be vague. Yeah, Saturday, Virgo full moon at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it's at its fullest. So it can be Friday or Saturday, depending on where you're at in the world. But there is this either night, you have this full moon energy that's coming in, and it can impact you 3 to 4 days before and after that. So any kind of event that you have, go to it. I would say, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, new passion, new interest. But definitely, if it's not someone you're meeting that's just like, wow, it is, you have a blast doing it. So definitely, and the full moon is expanding it all too. So, you know, if you have this event and you have this type of energy coming in, whatever you focus on around a full moon is blown and magnified, right? So try to keep it upbeat. Love, 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 joy, 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 gratitude, gratitude, because then that expands and it brings all that into you. If you want to have a lower vibrational experience, and you want to hit rock bottom, then focus on your fears and focus on the sadness and low things because that will be expanded too. So just be aware whatever you focus on 3 to 4 days before and after it is going to be magnified. So try to have as much fun as you can. That's what's coming through for you. So I like it, Ms. Rex. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. All right, you're welcome, love 1234. Absolutely. Yeah, let me know when that goes through because PayPal used to be delayed and now Cash App is being delayed. So just let me know once you do that and we will jump in there. All right. Just making sure too that no one else did it while we're waiting too. All right. So while we're waiting, and we'll move on to hey, Sunflower. Thanks for your email today. And you would like to know, will Eric reach back out to you this month to work through your love connection? He's been a little silent. You're so funny. All right, let's take a look here. Well, cards are flying here. So, will he reach out here? Wow. You know, I I don't well, it's kind of up in the air. And the reason I say that is because you got three major arcana. You got the devil card, the judgment card, and the lovers card. And, if you got the lovers card by itself, it'd be like, I think they are, but then bam, this all comes in here. And what this represents is your higher self and your shadow self. They're in cahoots here, teaching you all about relationship. And so when you get this combination, especially with three major arcana, this is a big life lesson, a big aha and enlightenment that's happening with this, which means that when we look at and see things from a different perspective, and you even have the hanged one underneath on the bottom of the deck, another major arcana, which is all about transformation. And so with this all comes together, it's like you can look at, all right, what emotions are coming up, what triggers are happening, what mirror am I seeing in them, and what am I seeing about myself in the situation? Because this is what the devil card does. The higher self goes, this is for your best. This is what we've asked for. You wanted this experience right now, so it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. You asked it to happen for you, so you can kind of go, all right, what did I want to learn through this about myself? How am I been silent towards myself? When am I going to reach out to myself? What about my own love connection of myself to myself? This mirroring is all about us in relation to our own selves. That's what our sacral chakra is. Our relationship with the other is a reflection of our relationship with ourself. And so if you look into that and invest energy into that, then that can clear, the delay and the silence is happening for you. And so if you take the time to go, okay, what is the silence about? What did I want to learn? Blah, 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 blah. And then you go like, all right, I got it. Boom. And then they're like, all right, we'll move on to the next thing. And then if the next thing is them to be there to learn again more from each other, then that's when the connection happens, right? Or if they're like, okay, you're done with this teacher in this class, they're gone, and here comes your new teacher. You're like, well, hello. So that's what's coming in there right now, Sunflower. So enjoy that experience. It's happening for you, so I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Grace 1111, you were looking for some higher self messages. So let's take a look here and see what your higher self wants you to know here. All right. Yeah. So, you've got the Two of Cups. So there is this important relationship that's coming your way here. And did we get something like this before? This feels familiar, but it may not have been you. But this Three of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. And so they're telling you here how you meet this next important relationship in your life, whether it's romantic or best friend or something along those lines. It could be any of that, whatever your heart's longing for. You meet them about by being true to your authentic self, not trying to be who you think other people want you to be, blah blah blah, right? You're like, thank God, because I'm tired of that. But this is about you doing something that you love and you're passionate about. And while you're doing this thing that you're passionate about, that's where you meet someone. It'd be like, going to a pottery place where you can go to borrow their potter's wheel and their kiln, and they sell you clay, and you do all this stuff. It's like, wow, because I don't have all this at home, but I can pay a little more and I can have access to all this. Yay. And you're doing something you love. And while you're doing it and you're full of clay and your hair, you're got it in your hair and you're wearing rags because you know they're gonna get all clay and all this stuff, and um, you'd even do, makeup or whatever. You're just enjoying yourself, and then someone is next to you on a potter's wheel, and they're like, "Oh, how are you doing it that way? I can never get mine to do that." And you're like, "Oh, if you do this and this and this," and they're like, "Cool." And you're like, "Well, what are you trying to make?" And this conversation sparks up, and there's a spark between the two of you, and you're like, "Hey, you want to get some?" They're like, "You want to get some coffee after this?" And you're like, "Oh my god, I love some," and blah 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 blah. And you're talking about art and this and that and these interests that you have. See how excited I am? That's how excited it is between the two of you, and spark, boom, here you go, and then it just moves forward. So there you go, Grace. That's what's coming in here. So find what is this passion that you have, and go do it. And because it's doing what you love is how you meet them. So I like it. All right, and that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. And then angel blessings. You are up next. You want to know who is coming with a love proposal. All right. Let's take a look here. Got all excited. I'm like, almost lost my breath there, Grace. I'm excited for you. All right. Wow. So, who is coming in with a love proposal here for you? I like this. Queen of Pentacles. This represents you. You're this mother nature, mother nurture, very, you know, um, sensual individuals, how they see you and how you appear, and the emperor. The Queen of Pentacles reminds me a lot like the Empress, and the Emperor comes in here. There's this divine counterpart, someone who is very, um, I don't know, it's opposite because they're more fire and you're more earth, kind of energy, but it works very well together. Like we're just talking about pottery, when it's fired becomes very solid and it creates beautiful things, and that's what I feel is coming in here, where you're nurturing, and you've got ideas and creativity and this groundedness there, fire, go go go, and they're able to put plans together and make things happen, and they shine bright, and but they bring you more towards the middle and you bring them more towards the middle. And so I like that. Very much Aries energy with the Emperor, but it can be a fire sign. It is someone that is, they do have this empowerment about life and this entrepreneurship. Yeah. And this card just came out by itself out of the deck. You got to love spirit. And it's a beautiful, beautiful relationship. And they definitely are bringing love proposals. So they're coming into your life, and but very, very solid individual, someone who's very independent from what everyone else, because they're the emperor. They rule over kings, and they're like, I don't listen to what everyone else wants me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And of course, they're not like a, you know, ogre over you. They're like, you're my queen. I am bringing you from queen up to empress. You're going to be an empress alongside me. And that's the kind of energy you have. Wow. I love that for you, angel blessings. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And Johanna, thank you so much for your additional donation. And I don't see another question yet. So as soon as you pop that down there, we will jump down there and complete that. Just for the sake of time, I will jump to the next free reading, which is Dijona. Hey, Dijona. Whatever comes out, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Wow, look at these sevens and this hanged man coming in here. So you got the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So, you've got this energy here. The Hanged Man has been this, it is kind of like almost like this cocoon kind of feel between these two cards. And the Seven of Wands is you've been um converting from like this caterpillar to this butterfly. And it's like unlike normal, um, like a caterpillar, that it's a solid. chrysalis where you can't see the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Yours has been transparent. And this is what's been happening here is people have been seeing you transform and seeing you change, and some people haven't been liking it. And but but I like it that you haven't felt bothered by it, because this bubble has been protecting you, and you can see how they're just still calm and meditative, and I love that. And the 7 of Cups, I feel, is like what's this butterfly that's about to bust out of their chrysalis is like, what's next? Where do I want to fly? Because the caterpillar is like, well, I'm limited. I only can only crawl along the forest floor. I can't go beyond that stream. I can't go over there because there's dangerous birds that will eat me. Can't go over here. It's very limited before with the caterpillar. But the butterfly, they're going, you know what? I'm going to have wings. And so streams don't matter anymore. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about eating tree leaves because I want nectar. So where are the flowers? And it's like you're planning these adventures, you're planning these, it's like your desires are changing as this transformation is happening. And I feel like you're making these new plans and this new stuff, and it's very supported here. Whereas before, sevens might have felt like obstacles. It's like it's a whole new world now. It's like you went from even numbers to odd numbers being what helps you fly, what helps you go great distances and limitless. Where the caterpillar, it had to have even number steps because it's like otherwise I trip over my feet and I fall, right? Now it's like I have wings to fly anywhere. I don't have to worry about stumbling because I can fly. So it feels like this beautiful, beautiful, energy of just people are seeing you change, people are mentioning it, it's not bothering you because you're focused on where you're going. And you realize these caterpillars are going, "Why are you doing that?" You're like, "Well, you guys are staying behind anyway. I'm going, I'm not carrying you. You guys can't follow me and go where I'm going. So yeah, blah blah blah. You can blah blah and do your caterpillar talk all you want because I'm gonna go do butterfly things." So I like that for you, Dijona. And that's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. Excited for your new butterfly adventures. All right. All right. Well, actually, it looks like it came through right now. So I like this coming in here. So let's see here. So I will get to yours here in a second. Love 1234. Thank you, Johanna, for your additional donation here. You came in just before her donation. So let's give that some love and a like there. And Johanna, you know what's going on with your energy today? Wow, mine is like, I don't know if you can tell, I feel kind of hyper today. I woke up like a couple of hours early before my alarm clock, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get going on the day. I'm excited. So I'm like, well, and today we're going into Pisces sun energy. And I've got a stellium in Pisces. So that could be a big piece of like, I'm like, oh, all my Pisces energy is just like amplified today. So let's take a look here and talk about you, though, Johanna. Not about bruddaZEN. All right. You just see that? A little bit. You're like, bruddaZEN, you're like here, and you kind of need to be down here. But let's take a look here and see what's going on here for you here. Yeah, you got some balancing going on. All right. Yeah, you've got the King of Cups, which is balancing the heart and the mind, and even the Two of Swords is about, balance, closing your eyes and getting out of your mind and into your heart. It just feels like there's with the Seven of Swords, there's some, I don't know if there's some your spirit guides want to call it subliminal fears, which are like some subconscious fears you may not be aware of that are just bouncing around down there. but something's kind of triggering it where you're like, you feel like your spidey sense is going off. Like there's something that you it's trying to make you aware of, but you're like, but I don't know what it is. And it's because it's like below the surface, right? And we have it here too. There's your higher self calling your human self to look at this, the nine of swords, which are some fears that are below the surface. And I almost feel like, did you have some weird dreams? Um, and this Pisces energy, of course, will bring that in too. But I feel like there's like maybe there's been some subconscious dreams that you've been having too. And it's like, okay, what is going on here? It's like there's something trying to be figured out on the inside. And it's like your spirit and spirit team are going, don't worry yourself so much about it. They're like, it's okay. Eight of Pentacles, you're putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears that are coming in here. You've been putting in the work, and they're like, everything works out here with the Wheel of Fortune. It's all this, it's like there's things that are spinning and changing in the outside world. And I feel like that's what's part of the trigger are some things that are happening in the world, but there's also something just that your soul and your shadow and everything that are like, oh, we're just moving some stuff around. We're trying to be quiet about it, but they can't get it past you. You're like, I'm aware of it. What's going on? What are you guys doing? What's going on here? And so it's okay. I feel like they're saying just release, let go is like a big thing. Is just take a big deep breath, and when you exhale, just kind of just release and go, okay, I'll help you guys release things. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to do is just do some sort of releasing ceremonies or breathing or whatever you do to release energy. I feel like it's like they're doing, yeah, there you go. Cry. That's the release. Yeah, because it's like they're doing this, with this Eight of Pentacles, it's like they're doing a bunch of work inside, but they forgot to open the fluke, whatever, the chimney, how you have to open that up to let the stuff out. They're doing all this firing and, like they're showing me like, blacksmith, they're building things and doing stuff, and they're like, "Oh, but we forgot to open that up. Can you open that up for us?" And I feel like that's what you're feeling, this buildup of energy, and there just needs to be some release to let that stuff out, let the smoke out, because you've been doing a lot of inner work, I think, like, while you've been sleeping. And so I feel like that's, what you can do, you can do, a good cry is good, light a candle to help burn stuff, burn some incense, but, whatever feels good for you for a release, do that, because this is what will be like, okay, and at least you know what it is. Tears are healing. I know there's a reason, right? Releasatory. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, it's like, whatever you feel needs to be done, that will help release things. So that's what's going on with that energy. I like it. It's they're doing a bunch. It's like the little elves are doing a bunch of processing inside of you, and they just need you to get rid of this stuff. So I like it. Yeah, absolutely. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you, Johanna. Appreciate that. All right. Love 1234. You are up next. Thank you for your donation there. And I see your question there. You're very welcome, Johanna. All right, let's take a look here and see. Let's confirm that for you. Fingers crossed. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, I think you're fine here. You've got the Five of Swords and the King of Swords, which is about a lot of stuff in your head. So fears, fears, fears. But you're fine here. You just it's about letting it go and um, focus on gratitude instead of focusing on the fear of what could happen. Because when we focus on something, we draw it to us. You're like, no. So, but I feel like with both of those, the Five of Swords and the King of Swords, it's all mind, all thought, the Five of Swords is fear. The King of Swords is see things from a higher perspective and just allow it to, adjust where your focus is with all that. So I don't feel like there's anything to worry about with that. They're just saying it's just a fear in your head. Yeah. All right. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. You are safe and secure. Let's take a look here. Okay, I think that's all there. All right. So, Marilyn, you are up. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. All right. All right. Very good. Yeah. You submitted the play to the theater company. So I like that. And if you planned a play reading, would the heads of the company attend and would the reading be well received? All right, great question. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Let me just shuffle here. All right. All right. Looks like they got some advice too. So we'll take a look here and see what this is here. All right. Wow. All right. So I do feel like here, we've got the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups here. Ten of Cups is joy and overflowing here. And the Five of Pentacles is this energy of lack and feeling less than, feeling abandoned, left behind. And I feel like that before you plan the reading, if you'll look into some lower, it's like there's this give and receive energy. It's the Six of Pentacles, which let me grab this really quick because they're not letting me go beyond, they're not letting me like talk. So let me grab this. If I have already given this to you, my apologies, but this is a, a playlist here. Take 10 was then episodes 4 and 5. Episode 5 is about the Six of Pentacles, which of course comes after the Five of Pentacles. But it's what they're showing me here is like if there's this below the surface, there's something that's running on autopilot about what I deserve, what I feel I'm worthy of. And it has to do with the inner child where they developed very young, 7 years old and younger, this out of balance giving and receiving where I have to do so much to receive so little. And if you look at that Six of Pentacles and the transformation, that helps remove these barriers that allow things to come in for you. Right now, it feels like there's resistance from your inner child going, no, 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 we don't deserve that yet. We haven't given 1,000 love coins to deserve one love coin back kind of energy. And once that happens, then it is, yeah, then you can move forward here. You have this the emperor putting this energy, the emperor is like putting form around what they want, putting action and not listening to everyone else and putting that forward and making these emotional choices. And I like that because there's, this movement beyond, this is just reiterating what we talked about of this is the dream that you're wanting here, but the old fears are keeping things locked into the old ways of looking at things. But this is what opens up that love, that opens up that, um, the force field drops, and that allows these things to move forward. But these old fears, these old ways of about worth or what are holding things back there. But I love it for you. It will be well received, but it's just doing that first because when I went, wow, when I was pulling cards, these 2 cards came out together, the 9 of Cups and the Star card. These are 2 of the wish fulfillment cards in the deck. Actually, there's 2, and these are it. So, it's like, boom, I love it, and the important piece with all of this too is with the 3 of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self and not being drawn off in those directions, and so whatever ideas you have about the reading and doing the reading and how you're planning it, um, and how you want to invite and all of that are so important on how it will be received because you're going to put your twist into it. You're going to put your creativity into it, and it's going to be unique and it's going to be, you. And they're going to be like, oh my God, I love this. Right. So I love all this for you. Just that one little thing of just looking into balancing that inner child rate of love exchange that it developed when it was younger, whoever it was, parents, grandparents. Parents are usually the primary suspects because every child has that really pretty much when we're younger, where we feel we have to give so much to someone who's important to us. We get very little back. And then, you know, our inner child goes, that seems fair. 1,000 love coins to get one back. Sure. And then that's below the surface running on autopilot and we don't realize it, but they're in charge of the little force fields that keep things out of our life. It's keeping little hatch marks, making sure that we reach that 1,000 love coins and it doesn't let things in until we have. And then once it's like having an accident in a warehouse, when they have 1,000 days since the last accident, and then there's an accident, back to zero again. So I like this for you, Marilyn. So hopefully that makes sense there. But be sure to check that out. It's episode 5 is the one about the 6 of Pentacles. Episode 4 is good too. It talks about our energy and whatever we focus on, we attract to ourselves too. So they're less than 10 minutes. So that can give you some extra tools too. But I love it for you. It's very well supported. Very excited about this idea about because before that person was not, that person before kind of is distracted and not reading it completely. You know, this is like, hey, here's a part in almost like a party, right? Like a tea party, Alice in a tea party, right? It's like, you can come to the tea party. You get snacks, you get that, and you get to hear the reading and you get to kind of experience it without having to take your time to read it. And you can relax and you can enjoy it. So I feel like that's a wonderful idea. I really like that. All right. So that's what's coming in for you. You are very welcome. Glad that's helpful. All right. So thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. And then Imagine.1. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you want to know, how do you attract your ideal partner in your imagination? Like you want to attract them in your imagination, or you mean the partner in your imagination? How do you attract them in real life? I know what you mean. More importantly, spirit knows what you mean. So let's take a look here. Just shuffle those up. All right. So let's take a look here, Imagine, and see what. All right. What advice do they have on attracting the person there? Yeah. Let's see here. Of course, they're bringing into my mind here, um, when I was reading, I think it was an oracle card even, it talked about spell casting. And it says we never cast a spell, right? Um, on someone like I want them to be my partner because what if that's not for our highest experience, right? And I love that the idea of casting a spell upon ourselves. And it was so cool when I read it because I'm like, oh my God, it makes so much sense that I cast a spell upon myself to draw to me the person that is my ideal partner. If it's them, it's going to draw them in. If it's not, thank God it's not going to draw them in. And it draws in someone even like, whoa, I thought that, was like the all end all be all, but bam, they blow them away, you know. So I like that coming in here. And let's take a look and see what we got here. So I like this, the energy here. Yeah. Okay. It's so perfect. So, we've got this 3 of cups, which is like witches to me right now, casting a spell here. Um, yeah, very good. And the 3 of wands is about change of direction, and that it's, trusting and going, who I think is best for me and my desired partner, can I trust myself? I don't know. We got a lot of stuff that's been put into our head from humans who uh, really move in a world of fear, right? And so it's like, well, can I trust myself? That's why when I cast the spell upon myself for the ideal partner, and it's like you almost put it in, well, you put it in the universe's hands, going, I trust you to bring the perfect person and the perfect timing in the perfect way, instead of going off of what's here, right? Yeah. And that's the big thing here. We'll talk a little bit about that here too. So, the 3 of cups and the 3 of wands, the 3 of cups is like casting a spell upon myself and saying, I'm going to draw to me what's for my highest experience. And I start focusing on gratitude, trusting that you're going to bring me. And you just focus on that, right? And when you do that, the 3 of wands is about you change directions on what you're wanting. You're like, well, I thought that's what I want, but the universe is like the nav system on your car, you're driving and someone else entered in the destination and you're just following it, right? That's the mystery and the scavenger hunt of this lifetime. It's like spirit has put the nav in there by what we asked before we came in there. And then we have this amnesia, and I'm not sure where I'm wanting to head to in my life. We follow the nav system at the next, intersection, take a right. And you're like, what? I thought I was heading there. They're like, whoa, here we go. They're taking you to off course into a different place. But you can trust them, because these two cards came out together, which I love together, because you got the 9 of cups, which is emotional dream come true. And the King of Cups is the card that Spirit gives me about the ideal partner. That's why I kind of cracked up a little bit when those two cards came out next to each other, because it is so perfect. The King of Cups is like they can communicate, they're in touch with their emotions, but also all the kings get a second portion of air, which is of the mind. They can communicate, they're intelligent, beautiful, balanced individual that can share their emotions, share their heart, but they got a good noggin too, and it's this beautiful, balanced individual. And I'm like, all right, so that's the ideal partner. And they're saying that here. And then they also have here the Knight of Cups, the one that comes in that brings love and offers love, and the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, stable mind. And like there's this clarity that comes in with the Four of Swords. You can even see it here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. You see the 3 prongs there with the heart red string tied around it all. That is us becoming aware of, we as humans, since we're in the womb, are given all this information, emotional information, and then mental information when our mind is taking it, and we're given a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts about partners and love and who we're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, how it's supposed to unfold, then how is it supposed to be after that, and then blah, blah, blah. A lot of pressure, a lot of fear related to all of that, which creates this picture in our head of who it's supposed to be, right? Both from family, movies, books, whatever. And we're like, well, that must be what is best for me. And it's like, that's where this seeing things from a higher perspective, trusting things from a higher perspective comes in. And with that energy, too, when you're talking about how do I trust when I don't see it on the outside, it's building that trusting relationship with spirit, going, you know what? You are all knowing and you're outside of fear. So you have the eye in the sky picture and viewpoint. I'm down here in the chaos. So am I going to trust chaotic people to guide me? Or am I going to trust someone up in a hot air balloon, peaceful, looking down, going, no, no, don't go there. Take a right. You're just going to, like we're in a maze and they're guiding us through the maze if we'll listen to them, right? So I really like that for you because what you can start doing is the energy, if we're focusing on fear and lower vibrational energy, will bring in lower vibrational relationships and situations. And like, bleh, that's why we end up with, when we did what we've done, we get what we've gotten before. But raising our love vibration is about instead of focusing on what we feel is missing or what we want, because it's the energy we put out is what we're asking the universe for. And if I'm like, I want this, where what the universe hears is I enjoy wanting things but not getting them. And so when I focus on wanting and missing what I hate, what I fear will come in or not come into my life, I'm growing all that. But when I change it to focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude for what is coming to my life, or in this case, having gratitude, saying, I am so grateful that you're bringing in the perfect person, the perfect time, in the perfect way. And I'm so grateful that I can trust you, and it's that kind of energy that changes just our world. And we're not so much like desperate thinking we're going to do all this. And instead, we're focusing on raising our own love vibration, focusing on our own self. And, when we do this stuff, it's like, here we go, here's this connection, this, I'm raising my own love vibration, focusing on what of my own thoughts and beliefs no longer serve me that are of fear, my emotions that no longer serve me that were rooted in fear. And you're cleaning out your mind and your heart and your energy and your physical life to prepare for it. And that's action you're putting in there, that energy you're putting forward is drawing them more to you. Because we can't love someone more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So while we're waiting for it to come in, we work on raising our love vibration. And a really key thing with all of that is lower vibrational fear slows things down. Higher vibrational love speeds things up too. So I like that. So that is what they have for you. So hopefully that helps, imagine, and, I'm excited for you 'cause, I like this energy. Right, and thank you again for your donation, I greatly appreciate that. Alright. Yeah, absolutely, Brenda, you can do super chats. Anyone, donations, I'm still doing donations, I'll be on for about 45 more minutes. Please feel free to donate at will. Alright, and then Dune, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. And you're trying to talk to your cousin, but they're not interested. He uh, hanged up the phone when you talked about your TikTok idea. Okay, well, let's take a look here and see what's going on here with your cousin here. So what we got going on here. What does Spirit want you to know about your cousin? What's going on inside their mind? All right, and those three. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we got all these swords. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of mental, fears and mirrors, that are happening here, and you know, um, just a lot going on. They're in this process here, especially with these two of trying to balance their head and their heart around things, but all of this represents all that communication and the struggles here. And so from their point of view, you know, trying to put yourself in the shoes of your cousin, they don't feel very high about themselves, and they've have felt very used in their life, growing up, right? And he's like, um, you know, oh, in their mind, it's something along the lines of, oh, you're not reaching out to me because you care about me, you're reaching out to me because you need me, you need my help. And this is how they feel everyone's been using them all their life, but has to do with their mindset. It's not your intention, it's their mindset. They're like, "You know what? I'm just tired of this," and you know, they're in this process of figuring all this out, right? I mean, that's what's happening. You're a beautiful mirror, you have no idea, that there's this that this is what they see when they look in a mirror, because when a monkey looks in a mirror, they see a monkey, and you're like, "Why are you calling me a monkey?" Well, because they're looking in there. They're a monkey and they see a monkey. So, this is some stuff that they have to deal with, but this is like they're like, it's like people only reach out to me when they want something. People who don't reach out to me because they care about me. This is this little thing they have in their head, right? And so, just be aware that they're on this journey, slow journey of discovering themselves and looking at that, that energy there. A lot of fears, like you had here with the Nine of Swords. They are doing the work, with the Eight of Pentacles. So they're just in the middle of this, trying to find their self-love with the Page of Cups. So, this is the journey that they're on. And so it's like spirits going, try not to take it personally. This is where they're coming from. Um, and also it's a mirror for you, any interaction is, but they mainly want to just kind of tell you about what they're going through to go, okay. So, everyone, this is according to their perception, everyone is always wanting something from them, but they are not feeling love. And it's because they don't love themselves. So that's how they see everything. For you, it's a good mirror to just realize what, again, what pops up with you when you're interacting with them. This rejection feeling that we get to experience when people hang up or aren't open to what we have to say, we get to look at going, oh my gosh, is there something wrong with me? These are the things that start to come in here, right? So it's a beautiful mirror for you to look into too, and look at it. But you know, mainly Spirit wanted you to know about what they're going through, and it's not personal. It's not against you. They're in fear. They have these beliefs about not being good enough, and people only want to use me. And once they're done with me, they just throw me to the side. And this is kind of how they've felt. Relationships, family, friends, work, everywhere, because of this belief they have about themselves. So it's a good thing here. Yeah. And that's, that fits right in with their I don't deserve it, because they're, you know, whatever beliefs they have around others is really the beliefs they have about themselves. And that's cool, but realize that you're reaching out to them and doing all that. Whatever's coming up inside of you is for you too, to look at, to free yourself from, and go, okay, you know am I rejecting myself somehow? Am I hanging up on myself somehow? My true self, um so that could be. It goes deeper than that, though. That's just, if they came to Sweden and didn't make money, that's just a result of what's going on the inside, right? Outside is a reflection of the inside. So, them feeling not worthy, not having success in the outside world, all has to do with that they don't deserve it on the inside. They got all that going on. So that's what they got for you right now, Dune, Dune. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then Brenda, thank you for your sticker. And let me see here. If you haven't popped your question there, let me just scroll up to make sure you didn't have it up above. I don't think I see it up there. Right, very good, do. All right, Brenda. So as soon as you post your question, I will prioritize, but for the sake of time, I'm going to jump back up. And Links Lee, you were up next. So we wanted a message from Spirit here. So let's take a look here and see what they want here. They wanted that one. And that one there. All right. What does Spirit have here for you? All right. So you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here. And I like this for you. It feels like Spirit is saying here that it's like you've been going through this upgrade spiritually about your empathic abilities and working on, I don't know, it just feels like, especially moving into Pisces season today, I feel like it's supercharging your spidey senses and your ability to feel other people's emotions and things like that coming in here. And I feel like they're saying that you're headed up to a new level in those abilities, and I like that for you. I do want to share with you here, and for anyone else that this resonates with, here is from my Take 10 Was Then playlist. Episodes 9 and 10 are what you can look at, which are the empathic bubble and the true gift of an empath. It could help with the overwhelmingness as your gift expands and as you're like picking up more people's emotions and feeling these connections. It helps you realize how you can, differentiate between other people's emotions and yours, what's being triggered within you from feeling other people's emotions, how you can create like this bubble, this gelatin mold or force field or whatever to not make it so overwhelming. And then realizing that's just a small gift, a small piece of your gift that you can also push out beautiful emotion to help change the energy of our room. Not change people's emotions because everyone gets to choose their own emotions, but we can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or unconditional love too. So check out that video if you haven't already, or if you have, check it out again. Because I feel like it's going to be helpful for you as you move forward and expand these abilities. And I feel like it's been going on, but it's about to just kind of go on steroids during this Pisces season. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here it comes. All right. So that's what they have for you, Linksley. So many blessings to you. All right. And Smooth Life, you are up next here. So, Smooth Life, you want to know, with whom are you going to settle forever? Well, at least in this lifetime. We don't settle with individuals truly forever because yeah, I was gonna say, because we have this is the past lifetime card, which is like a confirmation for me from them, which is that we have multiple lifetimes where we have different loves and different partners and different types of relationships. So for this lifetime, though, you do have someone here. You have the Ace of Pentacles. It's someone new that you don't know yet. And the Queen of Swords is someone who's very balanced between the heart and the mind. I like it. The King of Cups is like the counterpart of this Queen of Swords, which I see now that they're going to start giving me the Queen of Swords to have like the ideal partner too. Um, Probably the King of Cups is a more ideal partner because they're more emotional. Um, and but they have because they're the King of Cups, and then they have also swords, which is of the mind. The Queen is rules over swords, which is thought and belief and mindset and the brain and communication, and they get a second portion of cups, so it's more prominent when you see them, as you see more of their mind and their ability to communicate, and they're intelligent, and maybe even like someone who loves to learn and explore and then the emotions are also there, but you don't see that right off the bat. It's they definitely have that there. They're able to communicate their emotions, but what's more prominent is that they're intelligent and they maybe even in the education field, but beautiful balance between mind and heart there for you too. So that's who little hint on who those that person is there for you. Smooth life. So many blessings to you. Definitely, there is someone that you do settle with here in this lifetime. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got an Ace of Pentacles. You'd have got like the Death card or something. I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, I mean, not kidding. You probably that's a big indicator that you wouldn't have had someone, but you do because you have the Ace of Pentacles. So I like it. All right, that's what they have there for you. And Brenda, just in case, I don't see a question from you yet, so I'm just going to continue on with the free readings until I see that. All right, and then Dollface Diva, you are up. So messages from Spirit for you. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Yeah. So you are in this, and I feel like you got something similar to this, but it is the Seven of Swords is with the Emperor. The Emperor, they stand up and they look beyond all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all these advice and opinion of others about the shoulds and the supposed to be's and the need to be's. And you're looking beyond any of these beliefs that you had before that used to deceive you and keep you from being able to act on things. And I love that for you because this coming in, Emperor card coming in is about someone that is, you know, saying thank you, everyone. You can clear the throne room. I am the emperor of my empire. And so I'm going to, make decisions and I'm going to put form around it and we're going to take action toward it. And this is what we're going to do. And so there's like this clarity of like, okay, why have I thought this is what I want to do? Or why have I, kept myself from living what I want to do because of these beliefs? And this is the tearing away of those things, the transformation of those things from things that are rooted in fear to things that are of higher knowledge and wisdom and allowing you to move forward in your life and headed towards what you're wanting to do. But it's a very big energy of you taking action in your life and not waiting for someone to decide for you. You get to decide. And so I like it. So that's what's coming in there for you, Dollface Diva. Some many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Let me give that some love there. And a like as well. Thank you so much. Hello. Happy Sunday to you. You want to ask what will be the strength points in this relationship between you and F for this new beginning coming? All right, let's take a look here. Hey, Ellie. All right, let's see. What are the strength points? All right. Well, I like this here. I mean, the energy on the bottom is the Fool card. And I like this because this is like a new adventure. Not so many expectations, not so many, supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. Feels more freeing by the time, that this gets going here because the Two of Swords is about closing your eyes, opening your heart. The Queen of Swords is balance between the head and the heart, and not so much, of this, rules. I feel like what a strength point that happens is that you have differences. You look at them going, what's important? What's a deal breaker? And I feel like you really realize both of you are like, let's choose our battles. You know, they usually say if you have more than 5 deal breakers, you need to be alone until you get it down to 5. And I feel like you guys will have, disagreements like we all do. We all have this difference of how we think life should be, but I feel like a strength that will be is that you guys will be open-minded about things and really truly agree to disagree and not hold resentment. And I like that for you. I feel like you guys, one of your strength points is that you also will allow each other to keep your alone time and also allow you to still maintain your spirituality and enhance your spirituality with each other too. So I like that that energy coming in here because it just feels like it's okay that we can be, and I feel like a strength is that you guys still maintain your identity. You don't like, let's move in and let's merge everything together, blah blah blah. It's like, let you can keep your friends, I keep my friends. We don't have to mix all friends. We'll probably have meet friends that are mutual, but I feel like you guys still maintain your identity, whereas maybe before the habit was to shrink your light and to try to like we shrink ourselves to where we're not being ourselves because we don't want to we fear losing each other. And I feel like there's not this fear that was there before with that. Yeah, the fear of the tower. And the tower is, this a strength is realizing that whatever is meant for you, anything that happens is always meant for you. And I feel like the a strength in the relationship is that you're like, you know what? Whatever happens for a reason. And I feel like it feels very flowy, like you feel like you can go along with things. And I feel like this is what develops within the relationship of, you know what? Again, those deal breakers, that um there's not a whole lot of deal breakers, it's just like you get to this point where you just appreciate each other and even like a friendship grows, like what? A friendship and a relationship? Are you crazy? But it's true. I feel like it's just like you realize each other's actions aren't meant as a personal attack. If I have something that bubbles up inside of me, that's mine. I can talk with you about it, not pointing fingers, but going, okay, I need to talk this out. I need you to help me understand myself. It's that kind of approach instead of like, you made me mad or you made me sad. That doesn't get anywhere but a battle. Instead, it's that kind of approach. And I love this type of energy. So that's what's coming in there for you, Mia Mia, right now. Some of the strengths of the relationship. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And thank you again for your donation. All right, Brenda. All right, Brenda. Oh, I won't keep saying Brenda. Brenda, Brenda, Brenda. In case you you probably had to step away. So as soon as you come back and post your question, we will get you squared away and going to be on for about 20 more minutes. So I'm sure we'll get you in there. All right, so back up to the free readings. So we left off with Magana. Hello, hello, hi. So what is coming for you in the month of March? All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about the month of March here? All right. Wow. So it looks like here you do have here, the Queen of Cups. I feel that represents you with this, very empathic, very connected, watery, uh, flow, type of energy. And I feel like the King of Wands, I feel like this is someone that comes into your life here. Someone that you experience. It is fire energy. It is most likely a Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries. And or they have a lot of fire in their chart, but it's a very fiery personality, someone that's passionate but controlled, and someone who is, I don't know, they just have this attraction, this brightness. But it does feel like someone who doesn't like, it's like a higher vibrational fire sign because every one of us, whenever whatever sign all our different planets are, and there's a lower expression and a higher expression. lower expression of fire signs is a lot about me, and what about me, and fire and burn and, force fire, consume. But a higher vibration is someone who's a leader and someone who is a bright light for people, helps people through their darkness, and has this warmth. They still have an attraction. They're attractive, and this glow draws people to them like moths, but they're not, an overly passionate person where they're sleeping around with everyone. It's not like a vampire drawing people to them so they can consume them. That's lower vibrational fire. Um, so it's someone that comes in that's just very, very much that higher vibrational fire there, and that's what they want you to know. That's the big event. One of the big events for March for you is that this person comes into your atmosphere. Um, I don't feel like there's like anything that happens super fast there, and that's the whole thing is that they're not someone who moves fast into passion and following their passions. They like watching. They have this movement of things, and they have great respect. Um, but I feel that there's a attraction between the two of you, but I don't feel like it moves very fast in the month of March, at least. So that's what they have for you, Magana. So there you go. Many blessings to you. All right, you're very welcome, Mia Mia. All right. And then Cutie, you are up next. So the month of March for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see what does Spirit have for the month of March for you. All right. Wow. All right. Well, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And I tell you, March is definitely a month of marching forward. A lot of the Page of Wands, passion, activity, movement. It's like it takes it to another level than it's been there before. And the Wheel of Fortune, too. The wheels are turning, the things are moving forward. There's benefits, there's reward for, action that you've taken in the past. I like that too. Your human's very happy. It's like it's the tune of for you where you're like, wow, look at life. It just feels like you're moving forward. There's forward movement. Whatever it is, like during this time that you've been planning and putting into, putting structure around and started to take some steps towards, it's like huge steps. It's like there's a marching band behind you cheering you on, and you're like, well, let's go, let's go, let's go. It just feels like an expansive amount of energy happening in the month of March, which we do go into the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, so birthing of things, and March just feels very birthy, and but a lot of movement. It's like if you're giving birth and the contractions are very close apart, you're realizing, here we go, something exciting is about to happen. That's what I feel for you for the month of March. So I like that for you, cutie. That's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. You forgot the question, Brenda. Whoa. Well, if you still don't remember here in a moment, you can just go, all right, just give me a general reading. Spirit knows what I was wanting, and I can pull cards. Or we can save it for another time too, whatever you'd like. Never any pressure. All right, you're so funny. All right, so soul searching vibe. You are up next. So who is manifesting you and why? All right, let's see. Who is drawing you to their life, into your life here? Well, you've got the spirit world here that's coming in. You've got the Six of Wands, which you can see here. Let's see if you can see it. See all the people in the audience are like transparent. This up here kind of represents like spirit world here, and here the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to this higher place here. And it's like they're telling you here that you are raising your vibration, and someone else is also raising their love vibration, but it's self-love vibration, and that's what's drawing you guys in together here. And there's going to be mutual attraction that's coming in, but it's because you both are raising your love vibration that draws you in. And then as you continue to do that, then you're stopping drawing in lower vibrational individuals. And so you might have some people start drifting away, and it's all part of the design because you're being called to this higher place by spirit here. And but it's celebrating too. The 6 of Wands is like your spirit team cheering you on and celebrating, going, you've been doing this inner work, you've been looking at these thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you anymore because they're lower vibrational. They're thoughts that have made you feel small and unwanted and powerless and unlovable. All those blah 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 lower vibrational things that have been said and experiences that you've had that seem to have reinforced those beliefs, but you're questioning them, going, "No, I don't believe that anymore." And then releasing these emotions that don't serve anymore. That's what's allowing you to raise your low vibration. They're doing the same, and then you guys will be drawn together. But right now, I don't feel like they're wanting to give you specifics on who that is because they don't want to distract you from the work that you've been doing on yourself. Because when you start to focus on the other person, you start to look and define yourself by other people's actions, and that starts lowering your vibration back down to old beliefs about that other people define you instead of you define yourself by your inner and upper love that you find from your higher self and from the spirit world. So that, at least the kind of the who. It's like a shadowed who. You're like, but you realize what they're doing, and you realize why you guys are being drawn to each other. So that's what's coming in for you, soul searching vibe. So many blessings to you. All right. So Brenda, all right, thank you so much for your donation. All right, boom, you remembered. So Arnold and you are speaking. He said he'll call you to explain what's going on with him. What do you think could happen between us? Something general. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. What could happen between the two of you? Right. So based on current energies, what could unfold? All right. All right. I'm sorry. I just have to laugh sometimes. Sorry that I do that. You guys don't get to see it yet. Just know it's something fun. You got the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So that's passion. So there can be this reignition between the two of you here. But, it does take the balance between the heart and the mind coming in here. And there's the Hermit card. So there would still be distance and still alone time. I feel like they need to figure some things out. I feel like they're still figuring out, the Lovers card and the Ten of Cups here. This is still on the table, but I feel like they have to figure a lot of stuff out first. I feel like that's what they're gonna call him when they explain to you what's going on with them. He just has a lot happening, a lot of stuff that's going on, and I still need to be to myself. I need to figure, my head and my heart are, and I need to have this stuff because we have the Strength card, which is they are on this journey of discovering what truly will make them feel whole and complete. The Strength card talks about, the lion comes down here and they're hungry, and that's our human side, and we're told, go out here and eat and drink, it'll make you feel full. Relationships, situations, and things. And then it goes out there and it eats and drinks of relationships, situations, and things. And the more it eats and drinks, the more hungry and the more thirsty it becomes. And it's not being fulfilled because what it's searching for, it can't find in the outside world. Eventually, it becomes hangry, hungry, angry. It's roaring in the jungle. And our higher self, then, it's like the alarm going, hey, I'm ready for you now. That's when we have this connection that we begin and we become aware that we're so much more than the human, that we're also this higher, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. This is just a character That's the actor behind the character. And it comes down not to destroy the ego, the human side of us, but to complete it because it knows what the lion is searching for is the unconditional love of the higher realms. And it happens to be our higher self is made of unconditional love. So it gives us what we're looking for. And then we join together, complete. And that roaring lion turns into like a purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling full and complete, never feeling like it has to eat of the things of the outside world to be fulfilled. It still wants things, it still wants love, it still wants that. It doesn't need it. It's just above and beyond extra. It changes the whole landscape of their life. And I feel like this is what they're going through, you know, Brenda, is that they need to do that. They need to accomplish that. And the more that you're able to do that too, the more that, this becomes a possibility because otherwise we're looking for something from each other that we can't give each other. That's where this emptiness, and I feel like this is what they're going through is the search for their I need fulfillment and I just feel like nothing is making me feel whole and I just feel like um, empty, and that's because they're on this in the middle of that journey. So hopefully that helps, Brenda. But that's what they have there for you right now. So there is a possibility of a spark and that, but all that other stuff needs to happen first. Otherwise, it's just gonna end up like when we do what we always have done, we get what we always have gotten. This needs to be different. All right. So that's what they got for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Hey. Hey, Camille. All right. So let's give that some love and a like there. So, Camille. Hello, hello. Yo, what's up? So, what should you hear from the universe right now? All right, let's take a look here and see what the universe wants you to be aware of. Thank you for your donation. By the way, I think I just jumped into the reading. I'm like, let's go. All right. So, what does Spirit feel you need to know right now? What kind of mirroring is going on here for you? All right. All right. Wow. Yeah, we definitely have here. We've got this big reflections going on. The bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords, which is you looking into the mirror, realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have kept you withheld in the past. And I like this full card, which is the brand new journey about to unfold here in your outside world. Significant ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure with less restriction and less. Binding you here. There's more freedom of expression, more freedom of where you're heading and what you're wanting to do. You have this battle that's been going on between your head and your heart here with the Five of Swords. But the High Priestess, you have been kind of stepping back and going into the high temple, away from things, away from chaos, and really starting to see things from a higher perspective, going behind the veil to understand things, dive deep into the emotions, to the unknown. And I feel like you've been having this real kind of an aha after an aha, like lightning bolts shooting out of your head, right? Of wow, yeah, wow, yeah, like a lot of just significant ahas, I feel, have been coming in here. And I do feel like a lot of it has to do with like what your dreams uh, are, because you've got the star card here. Here's connecting to your higher self through like kind of an umbilical cord. But that also is like wishing upon a star. What are my dreams? And getting clarity around what your dreams truly are. And I feel like this full card of this new journey and this new adventure has a lot to do with that. And the Knight of Wands, too, is about passion and energy and excitement and taking action towards your dreams. And you're realizing some of the things that would have held you back before that you're like, why does it need to? And it doesn't have to. And some of that has to do with other people too. of, well, I have to do this, otherwise they'll blah blah blah, and well, they'll want me to do that, and they won't support me in that, and I need to give this person that amount of time, and I won't be able to do that, and so they're going to be unhappy, and it's like you're letting go of responsibility for other people's emotional choices. You're realizing and kind of prioritizing, well, I got to live my life too, and I'm can't be manipulated by other people's their emotional choices, because they could also choose to be happy for me just as well as being upset, you know, because here you've got this new birthing, here's that Empress, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, allowing yourself happiness with this 10 of Cups, looking into it, going, this is what I am wanting, for my life. I can do this. And so I like this energy coming in. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the joy and celebration, choosing joy, 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 regardless of how other people are, responding to things, how other people are, you know, acting up. We'll call it that. Look, another joy and celebration card. Because, here's more cards on the bottom of the deck that just support all this with here's the last card in the major arcana before the full card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, joy, 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 and celebration with the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands, which is about planning, making, looking out the window at what is my dream, what do I want to have come true, and what energy am I taking going forward? What am I investing? What am I headed off to? Making plans, making steps, and then getting ready to put action behind it. So I love that for you. It is time to, you know, I feel like you're becoming aware of how people have manipulated you in your life to make you do what they think you should do through the three stages of manipulation are the sad Z's, like, oh, you're not doing what I want you to do. Boo, boo, boo. And then if that doesn't work, the rage and the bully, well, rah, 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 throwing things around, getting angry, getting upset, and if that doesn't work, then the ultimate, which is depth calm 3, which is the rejection, which is what we all fear, the cold shoulder, the hanging up, the walking out of the room, the all that stuff. Yeah, the my way or the highway. But there's this energy now of you being able to go, I also am allowed to be happy, and I can choose to be happy in whatever situation, and this is the direction. And if you have like a girlfriend or a partner or family or anybody that you have like responsibilities and stuff with, it's, what? I want to talk to you about what I want to do. And what do you want to do? What's your dream? And let's see if we can make it all work together. But I want to do this, you know, and I like it. So that's what they got coming through for you, Camille. So thank you again so much for your donation. I'm excited for this new journey. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? All right. All right, everybody. Let's see. I'm going to be headed out of here in a couple moments. I shall return. You are very welcome. I shall return. I'm going to head off here in a couple moments to, all right, we will see. What is it? Um, we will return here. Let me see. I think I left off with, so Anusri, you'll be my next free reading when I come back. So I'm going to be headed off here momentarily to go hang out with my Praying Mantis members for about an hour or so. Then I'm going to eat. And then I shall be back this afternoon to finish out the free readings, any of those that I did not get to. And so I shall return. So let me just taking screenshots here. I will go in order according to the chat. That's of course why I'm taking screenshots of it all. And when I'm done with the readings, I will actually even post a comment on the reading, pointing out or the order in which I completed the readings. And that way you'll be able to find your reading easier too. All right. So I did do all that. I got all those taken care of. In the meantime, while you're waiting, if you want to check out some additional messages from Spirit, we did put out a Valentine's Day pick a card about what you need to know about love right now. So that's a good pick a card there. If you are interested in relationship readings, I do have those here at half off until the end of February. So if you want to check that out, there's 6 different types you can choose from. Like crush, I have a crush, or my current relationship, should I stay or should I go? There's really cool ones, all based on stuff that I got from you guys. And a big thank you, of course, to all of you that helped me get to 2,000 plus subscribers. I have a giveaway that I'm having drawings on the 29th of February. So be sure to check that out if you have not gotten into that yet. And then also, I had a new podcast episode come out today, episode 2, which is all about the shadow. So if you have not checked out my new podcast, here is a link to the playlist. It has the intro, number 1, number 2, and for anyone that's my YouTube channel members, you actually get advanced access to the future ones too. Have number 3 is out there ready. Number 4, I'm almost ready to record. So excited. Also, happy Pisces season to everyone. And so that is the link to there. And then there, for all you Pisces sun babies, happy birthday. There's a special bonus there for you too. And for any Aquarians, here's the one from Aquarius. There's also a 3-month forecast in there as well. So that is what we have. Camille, I'm actually headed out to my praying mantis. I will be back to do to finish out the free readings. If you want to throw a question down, I will include that in the when I come back later this afternoon. And newer, I do see yours. I will get yours in there too. Yeah, from your angels, absolutely. So I will grab that here. And we'll include that when I return in a couple hours. All right. All right, everybody. And again, I have a ton of other free content on my main page. If you click on my name, the bruddaZEN Mystic Tarot, there's tons of playlists. So be sure to check those out if you want to hear more from Spirit. All right, everybody, I'm headed out. So remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Really appreciate you helping spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami. And until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you are at in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You guys hang in there. You take care. We'll see you soon.